Alright, we're back. I would have been back sooner, but I was getting interrupted. Alright, let me post this on all the socials so people know what's going on. And they're gonna be like, wow, Blue, 2 streams in one day? Are you crazy? Yes. Yes, I am. Watch me make characters in Calico. Made to play. Gaming. Twitch. Oops. Yep, that's good. Oh, shit. I didn't realize I didn't have my thing on the whole time. Put my fan on because I think it's actually slightly cool outside, so it'll just blow in cool air. Does this have a... No, I had a feeling. Okay. Oh yeah, and then of course the last thing to do is I need to edit my thing in the background. There we go. How's everyone doing today? Are we ready to make and create new characters? Because I surely am. Okay. All right. Let's get into it, everyone. This is what I'm excited for, actually. I love this series. This is one of my favorite series to do on my channel now. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live stream. So today we are going to be making some characters with Calico. This is a game that I played way back in the day. Probably at least, and I say way back in the day, it was probably at least 2 years ago is when I started playing this game. It's a good game. It's basically a game where you are running a cat cafe, and you have a bunch of little cats that you go around your town and try to capture and explore, get for your cafe. You make a bunch of sweets to sell at your cafe to the people of your town. You do missions for them, kind of Animal Crossing style. It's very much just like a very cute, cozy game. It has some really good LGBTQ representation in it too, because of the characters and the way that you can create your characters, which we will be exploring here today, because they do have a character creator for your main character in this game, and I'm going to explore it by... this is what this whole stream is about, and this whole episode's about, is exploring the character creators and seeing how well and how accurate they can make some of the characters that I have created in my life, because I have made several. So we will see how well that they do so. Let me first get up the game, because I do remember that I haven't actually changed the thing for this yet. Calico. Oh, cool. It's actually perfect resolution. Yay. I don't have to change anything with it. Gotta love how it just works out like that. But yeah, so I'm going to continue from my game. And we're just going to play around with the thing a little bit. So by the way, for anyone who hasn't played this game yet, I have basically played through and collected everything in the game, especially because I kind of had to collect everything to get the full character customization. So you might see some things in the game that you might not have seen yet in the game. But this is a perfect segue into the first thing. This is the first character that I made. This is Zooka. So I usually, whenever I can, I make Zooka my main avatar for most of my games I play. So she'll always be like the first one that you see made for everything. So here I will show her. Oh, that's right. I'm actually supposed to be on here. Whoops. And here you go. See, this is why I should have done some stuff here before with this. Where is my game? Steam Game Capture. Yeah. Unlock this. Make it fit to screen. Oh. Oh. What was that? Oh, it's the drawings, right. Lock those in place before I do any more things with those. There you go. Okay, so, and here actually we might be able to show the drawings off in a decent light. Oh, hello everyone. Hold on. Everyone hold your horses. We only need to show one person at a time so far. Alright, so here's Zooka. Oh, whoops. That's right. I have to lock that in place first. I'm a professional streamer, everyone. Okay, I can lock these two. Nope, actually, that's right. That's how we do it. You just have to do it one at a time. One at a time, Gory. Okay, so unlock that layer. I can move it. Okay. So here is Zooka. As you can see, the game made her fairly accurately. The main thing I kind of wasn't really able to do too much with her is the hat. Actually, can I just... Is it better for me to... It actually might be better for me not to use the controller. There you go. But actually, I think the hat is right. I think it's just because I have the little kitty hat on me. That it doesn't really show the full hair, but the hair is actually correct with how I put it on here thing. Oops. There you go. Yeah, she got the ponytail and everything in the back. I like the figure that they kind of put her in. She's a little bit more thicker than what she appears as in the in her thing, but that's okay. I think that's just because I had to make her waist that big, yeah. But yeah, they got some cool features for the character customizer. I think it captured her fairly well, at least for what I could do with her. It definitely you can get the colors right for sure, at least with her. So that's Zooka. Let's try to make me. So let's make me a little bit bigger so you guys can see me better. I think that was this webcam, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So give me a second while I go through this. Now I think about actually 5 character. But that's what I'm on right now, right? If I hit the other ones, I'll go to those. Maybe not. I was just wondering if there was a way to save this, because I don't want to lose her technically, but I think I kind of have to override it a little bit to get it to where it was. So I'm just gonna, I'll actually hold on, just for prosperity's sake, because I'm probably gonna need this later. When I do this, I'm going to quickly hide myself and just kind of go through the options here. Just show this is what everything is. This is what everything should look like. Yeah. I'm actually not sure which one's selected, but I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out. Here it is. It does say which one is selected. Okay, the updo. And yeah, there's my hat. So actually, there you go. If you see, yeah, the hat off, it does come with the same thing. I do like the cat hat, though. I think it's very cute. She got that top, those bottoms. Oh yeah, I didn't technically put on socks on her yet because I don't think I actually technically unlocked them before. But she does have socks about that color. Oops. There it is, safe. All right, shoes. Shoes are actually, yeah, that much. Yeah, that's actually kind of what they are, right? Whoops, hold on. Yeah, sorta. It's actually hidden a lot more than it is supposed to be. There you go. No gloves, no tail, and then no outer outfit. Yes, that's fine. Okay, so I got it all kind of put down. So like I said, I am going to have to mess around with it a lot more because I have to basically technically make I have to make everything else like that. I like how you can give them a different pose too. It's so funny. You also make them run funnier too. I ever doing the Naruto run because I think that's funny. Although there's a lot of cute run animations in this game. They're very cute. Okay. Anyways. So yeah, that's Zooka. I am now going to go into my other characters as soon as I figure out how to put myself back on screen. Here we go. Hello. Okay. So I'm going to do me next. See how well the game can create me as a character. Because surprisingly enough, I don't do that with a lot of my games. I only do it with the games that I want to have a personal thing for. So, like if I need to be me, in the game. But if all I need is an avatar, Zooka is the way to go. Okay. So we're gonna just kind of take from her thing. I'm going to try to my best to make my skin tone. I am very white. I'm probably about that pale. Save that. My shoulders aren't that wide. And my chest is definitely not that big. My waist is also a little bit more, rounded out. My bottom. Womp. Yeah, I'm a skinny boy. I don't have much. I don't got much going on there. Fluff. Ooh, God. Yeah, that's the other thing too. You can make some big characters in this game. And that is great, because I will be making one of those in a little bit. So that's basically, my body type. That's kind of technically, I guess, how I run. This is also how I stand, yeah. I'm fine like that, okay. Head. Alright, so we're going to start from the eyes. I think I want to keep the hat, because I usually do wear hats anyways. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to take the hat off first. Because I do want to focus on the hair. So let's see, eyes. I do kind of like the cute little eyes that she got there too. Oh, see, there's like a different pupil you can have. Okay. Okay, let's try to get my blue eyes first. I think right about there is good. Oh, interesting. That's fine. I'm okay with sticking with the style it has. Eyebrows, I want to make it a little bit thicker, but they are going to be a little bit lighter because I have very light eyebrows. Kind of basically almost blonde. Yeah. They're very light. I do not have lashes. Nose and mouth. The bridge. I do have a big nose, so I'll make it big. Wideness. It's kind of wide, but not like the biggest thing. I have a bit of a schnauzer on me. I'm okay with that mouth shape. That's fine. Actually, yeah, I'll make it a little bit more subtle. I think right about there is good. My chin is right about there, I would say. No, well, some eyeliner, I guess, just to show some kind of like thing there. I don't need any accessories. Yeah, because all of this is just added stuff. I don't have any stubbles or anything really. So, I do have glasses though. Yeah, I think these are the type of glasses I have. Make them blue. Yeah, they're kind of like a dark blue. There you go. Save. I like how this is slowly just a transformation of Zooka to me. It's very funny. No facial hair. Okay. Hair. I have short hair. It goes to a side. Yeah, kind of like that, actually. It's not that long. It's actually kind of almost like this, but I don't have nearly that much. I think this is the best. This is the perfect amount. And that goes the same way that my hair usually goes, so that's fine with me. It is definitely not that deep, though. I have a little bit of a more dark gray color. There we go. That's good. Okay. And my clothing. Right now I'm wearing Zooka's clothes, but I don't usually wear those. I'll wear the hat. The hat is... Yeah, it does look good on me. Good. Wow, that's actually... this character. This looks a lot like me, actually, so far. Let me tell you. He do be looking like me, though. Ears. The cat ears are cute, but I like them on the hat, so that's fine. I normally do wear just regular short shirts. By the way, I love the UI of this game, by the way. It's so cute. It's so cute. Oh, hello. No. I do like the two-tones, too, actually. The two-tone colors are cool. Interesting, the sleeveless. And then you can have, like, a cropped one. Yeah. the heart keyhole. That's kind of funny. Like that, though. Yeah, we're just gonna go regular short sleeve. I am going to design, because I usually do wear shirts with designs on them. So let me think about that. This actually, wow, this game actually has a lot of cool customization in it. Just a pattern of donuts. Does it have to be a pattern? Yeah, I guess it does have to be a pattern. Oh, I just realized that says Calico on it too, doesn't it? I kind of like that, actually. Yep. That's pretty cool. Oh, I see what it means by spacing. Yeah, no. There you go. That looks good. Yeah, because then you got it on the front and the back. Calico. 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 Oh, it's backwards. That's good enough. Okay. That's pretty cool, though. I like that. That's pretty cool. That's actually some pretty cool customization. I like that. Okay. And then I do usually wear shorts. Do they have cargos? God, this is so dark. I can't see anything. Okay. Overalls. I can have cropped ones over there. That's nice. I think just regular shorts are fine. Yeah, they don't need to be like big like that. Yeah, shorts are fine. I do want to. I usually do wear blacker shorts, so something about that color is good. My socks. I usually actually do wear ankle highs, so yeah. But they are also usually. Well, actually, you know what? Usually my socks do have a pattern on them, so we'll get to that in a bit. First, I want to do the shoes. I think yeah, we usually do have actually some pretty blue shoes as well too. And then here's the fun part: the socks. What's a fun design for socks, especially for this kind of game? There you go. Actually, that's kind of cute. There you go. Yeah, I sometimes do like to. I like to wear some of the colored socks sometimes. I'm not wearing them today. I'm just wearing white, but sometimes I like to wear them for funs. I think I actually want to make my shoe color a little bit darker. There you go. I don't usually wear gloves. I can have a tail. A rat tail. Ooh, interesting. I do not need a tail. That's cool though. Outer. Oh yeah. Sometimes I do wear outers. Usually it's gonna be like a jacket though, just like a regular jacket. Or yeah, a hooded jacket. That's usually what I do wear. I wonder if I can replicate my Sonic one. Got some wild designs on it. You know, I'm kind of okay with that. Kind of okay with that. Although at the same time, I like it when I like showing off the whole shirt, so I think that's fine. I think this is a fine look. But it is cool that you can do that. I like the patterns. I like how you can do different stuff with it. It's very cool. But yeah, this is me. At least about as accurately as I can make myself in this game. I think it captures me pretty well. It's very, very simple. Like, there's not really much you can do with the face. I think that's going to be the thing that I notice with a lot of these characters is I think the faces are going to start to somewhat look the same because there's only a few different mouth types you can do with them, and then you just have a little bit of things you can do with the nose and the eyes. But other than that, their face shape, it usually doesn't change from what it is. So I think this is fine though. I think it captures me pretty well. So yay. Good points for Calico on making me. Let me also make sure too. I want to see how well. Yeah, it is capturing everything here fine. Okay. All right, so we are now going then to move on to our next characters. Whoosh, whoosh. I'll put me in the corner here so I am a little bit more out of the way and you can actually see the character customization. Actually, I don't know if you technically need to, but at the same time, I do want to leave more room for the characters, so that is fine with me. Lock you up. Okay. So next character on the roster, if I remember, I think is usually Victoria, because I think that's what I remember making for myself on this. Made to play. Yeah, it makes you make me. Yeah, Victoria is the next one on the list, because I like seeing how well characters or games can handle thickness, and in this case, it does seem like this game has some promise for that, because it actually has just a slider bar for it. So here is Victoria. She's gonna park her butt over here for a while. And actually, I was about to say, I should probably also move myself over a little bit more on stream so I can see the drawing that I'm doing, that I'm working off of. There we go. That's about as much as I need anyways. Okay. All right, now we are going to make Victoria. Watch as Victoria, or watch as I suddenly change into Victoria. So she has about the same amount of skin color as I do. So I'm going to keep that the same. Hey, by the way, we didn't see all my running poses. Me Naruto running. That's so funny. I love the poses. Okay. So we're just gonna keep it like this though. And then we are going to work with what we got here. So in terms of chest, bonk. Hey, look, it's me with tits. Behold. Waist. No, she's gonna have bigger waist. Bottom. Whoa. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She actually technically doesn't have as big of it. We'll see how much the fluff makes it. Woof. Ooh. Wow. Whoa. Yeah, actually, she doesn't have as much with the fluff factor. Wow, you can make some. Yeah, you can make some big characters in this game. They can get a little chunky. That's pretty nice. She is right about up there, though, in terms of what I think she looks like. Yeah, she's kind of right about there, I would say. It's funny, too, because it's the... Hold on. Yeah. If I'm technically going off of model, like how I drew it, she would be right about here. But I have actually thought about making her just a bit bigger. Because not a lot of character creators are able to get all the way up there like that. It's like the first one that I've had to really like kind of think about it a little bit more. I think I'll probably handle these sliders a little bit more later once I get her pose down. Because then once I see her like look on top of it, I think it'll kind of bring everything together. This is like one of the last things I want to do, but this is a good start. Okay, no facial hair. We'll get her eyes the teal color, that striking teal color that I love. Holy crap! Yeah, dude. Also, this is gonna bother me for a while too. Get the hat off. Boink. Okay. Eyebrows are good thin. I just need to make them black again. Give her those lashes. Or she's not going to have, really thick lashes, but she will have some. Oh, I just realized too that'll probably help, yeah. I like the cat eyes though. That's kind of funny. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, that's good. Okay. Nose and mouth. The bridge. Actually, in terms of what we have, I think if I just make it a little bit wider, I think that's basically her look already. Yeah. Yeah. I do want her to have a little bit more pronounced lips at least. She would stop moving around so goddamn much. Yeah, right about there is fine. Go down a little bit. Actually. Nah, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Makeup. Yeah, I'll get the full thing on her. She doesn't really have that thick of a blush. She's not really much of the makeup type of girl, at least. She will when she like has to go out for stuff, but normally she doesn't actually have anything like that on her. What is this? Oh, the bandage on the nose. Yeah. I don't think I need anything. The glasses. She basically has the same glasses I do. Yeah. It's just that hers are black instead. Okay. Hair. Okay, now this is the fun part. Because we get to do gradients. Yeah. We'll do it with the light blue first, just to kind of get a feel how it is. She does have some long hair. Let's get that over with first. That's close. No, actually that's better. Yeah, she definitely has the straight bangs. The back of the hair kind of goes about that way. Actually, it's kind of more medium now that I think about it. Yeah, because her regular hair is more medium. It's just the curls in the front that actually have that much volume. Which, from what I'm seeing, oh, they don't have curls, dude. Oh, that's interesting though. Having like hooded hair or like the hood look. That's kind of neat. But I'm gonna have the docket points for that. They don't have. They have the bangs. They have the bangs, which is good, but they don't have the curls. They don't have the curls, dude. The curls are like most of her character, dude. Oh, that's so unfortunate. All right, let's see if it can save itself by having a gradient. So I think this is the main color, right? Yeah, this is the main color. So make it black. And then this one's going to be purple. Whoa. Hold on. Yeah, obviously, where even is the gradient? Because so far, I'm not seeing it. I think is Y where I wanted to go. It's so hard finding out where the heck it is. Oh, here we go. That's kind of actually where I wanted to be instead. Ah, it's close. It's so close, dude. It's so close. It doesn't really have the right type of gradient style I'm looking for. It's very close, though. It is very close. That's good, though. Put it down a bit more. Yeah, that's about probably as close as you're going to get to having that color. That's cool, though. It's cool that they actually have gradients. I wish they had the curls, dude. That's going to bother me. That's gonna bother me. Let's see if we do have the... Oops. Let's see if we can find it at least first. I like the hat. Okay. There's the crown. Okay. They have some silly hats in this game. It's very fun. I like silly hats. Okay, they do not have the tiara from what it looks like though. So that is going to slightly dock at some points, I believe. It doesn't have the... She doesn't really have ears to really feather down to that. I do like that you can put ears on them though. Like, that's pretty cute. It's pretty cute. They do have the bunny ears too. Which is nice for her. Yeah, she usually does wear a sweater. So I can actually put that on her too. Not that. Probably... Yeah, probably this look, right? Yeah, because actually that's cropped. Okay. Yeah, just the one color. She always wears that color. She loves that color, dude. Yeah. Okay, bottoms. She has the black jeans. Which, yeah, this is basically the right color, so that's good. The socks can stay fine. I'm just gonna switch them to white color in case they show through. Shoes. She has the same types of shoes as most people do in this thing, so that's good. Just kind of make them white instead. Yeah. She doesn't wear gloves. Except when she's working. She can have the little bunny tail too, which is very cute. Her little cotton ball tail. That's very cute actually, that they can actually have the same ears and tail to kind of make them a bit of a furry. That is cute. We're definitely gonna make Zoey in this, by the way, too. We have to make Zoey. That is a must for the live stream today. Outer. Oh, see, unless one of these is technically more of a sweater. Oh no, that's like a whole like sweater with the thing, but nah, I like it better with that, anyways. Also, the other thing I noticed about the tops, yeah, they don't have. They have a little bit of a thing that goes up on the neck, but they have the keyhole that goes with it, which is not ideal. I would like it if they had a turtleneck, but that's going to be like the closest we get to her covering the most up, at least. And yeah, we don't really need an outer layer for her. Okay, so like I said, now that I kind of have her look down, let's raise the fluff. So this is maximum fluff. Again, it's a little bit bigger than I'm used to seeing her. But I don't want to make her, like, you know, super thin, because that's just not true to her character. She does have a little bit of chub. She's not, like, super, super thick, but she does have some chub to her. I think this is a healthy amount. I think this is about where I want her to be. Which, again, this should be technically reflected in her character sheet a little bit more. This is also the biggest that they can make the boobs, so unfortunately they're going to get some points docked for that as well, too. I'm not able to put her in her full DD club glory. But she does get the hips, though. She do get the hips, though. She do get the booty. I think this is good. Like, again, this is better than most games when it comes to the thicker characters, because they don't usually have that kind of thing in most of these kind of games. It's nice to see that type of thing in these kind of games sometimes. So that's very cool. Okay. But yeah, that is Victoria. Let me see her side by side with her picture. Yeah, like I said, so the main thing we couldn't get all the way through with this one is we couldn't get the headband. Excuse me. We couldn't get the curls on her hair, which is very unfortunate. We couldn't get the turtleneck for her costume, because we did get the pants, we did get the shoes. This character so far is very, very simple with what it is. There's not a whole lot you can do in terms of the clothing and the options you get with it, but they do have some, which is nice. They have a decent amount, so you can still do what you kind of need to with it, but you can't go in depth with it. Not like how you can do it with like either like Koikatsu or even Soul Calibur for that matter. You can't really go too in depth with it, but it's good for what it is so far. So we're going to move on now to another character. Now I think it is going to be Cassandra, yeah, because I like seeing how they try to do muscly characters, which again, in this case, it might be kind of hard to do with this game, because there's not really many options to make them bigger or make them. That's the other thing too I've noticed with this, is that there's not really an option to make them big, like tall wise. You can only, they're all at the same height, which I guess is fair. Like, there's only so much I think you can kind of vary that anyways. But it would be nice to see those kind of options. Okay. Cassandra is over here. We're going to make it so it's just showing this much of her. There we go. Fit to screen. There we go. I came back as soon as Victoria's finished. Well, thankfully you get to see her in her glory, Pansy, before I wash her away and convert her into a buff, muscly girl. I already kind of spoke what I said, about her. There's a lot that I wish that they could have done to make her better, but it's good for what it does. It gets the baseline character done. And it at least gets her thickness right, unlike Soul Calibur, which doesn't. Well, Soul Calibur actually has a decent amount of thickness you can put on the characters. They definitely made. They gave. I'll tell you what, because Soul Calibur, they gave Cassandra justice. We'll see how well it actually translates to here, though. Oh yeah. Also, before I move on to the next part, I do want to see her do her other things. I love that. That's so cute. Naruto running. To be fair, this is a very funny run for her. I like this. And then the different poses that she can be in. Okay, that's very funny. All right, we're now going to make Cassandra. So Cassandra, she's probably going to be a little bit more tan than most characters, just like a little bit. She still has some pretty white skin though, so that's not going to change too much. She's got some broad shoulders though, and her chest is decently big at least. At least in terms of what this game can give me, I have to put maximum settings for chest to get it to what she is. She has there's a little bit of curtain. Well, actually, this is the fluff. So let me first tone down the fluff. She does have some thighs, I can tell you that. Let's see. I had to give her a little bit of fluff because I can't make her like big, but you know, I had to give her a little bit to show that she has some muscle definition to her, you know. And I think that's actually pretty accurate to how she looks. Like I said, I kind of want to maybe. I think that's a good line for her right there. Head. Okay, so we are now. Hold on. Did I do this with her before the hat? Yeah, I looked through all the hat options. That's why I did that. Okay. All right, let's get her face shape done out of the way first. She has, I think I put on here, she has like maroon eyes. Yeah, or like hazel eyes. I think that's actually what it was. She has like hazel eyes, so they're kind of like, yeah, that color right there. That's fine for her too. Actually, we can make her eyebrows a bit thicker. She does have some thicker eyebrows usually. We're gonna make it the same color too as her hair, which is gonna be like a dark red. I'll give her. Yeah, I'm not gonna give her the lashes, but I'll give her a little bit of eyeliner to kind of show that she has a little bit of the feminine eyes going on for her. And of course, no, we already did all of that. Nose and mouth. Her nose is actually a little bit. A little bit more down, a little less wide. Doesn't really matter too much. You can't really tell with the face. There's not really a lot of you can change with the face. Shape. That's fine. Actually, yeah, we can give her the full lips going on. Actually, no, she doesn't really have full lips going on. But I do like that. She has a big mouth. She does have a, not a fairly pronunciation. It's about right there. But like I'll give her a little bit of eyeliner just to kind of show a little bit of femininity with her. She doesn't wear makeup though. She doesn't really have anything going on like accessory wise on her yet like that. I do like the fact that they have freckles though. That is very nice. Accessories. Okay, good. She does not wear glasses. Facial hair. She does not have facial hair. She does have hair though. Short hair. Add that. Boosh. Whoa. Maybe not that short. What is this? It's close, but actually this is better. This is way better. Actually, first let me make it the color it's supposed to be. Right about there. Yeah, no, it's way more like that actually. Okay. She doesn't really have a, yeah, any of those. They had like a knight's helmet. I would totally put that on her, but nah, that's fine. Ears. They do have the hats though for Samantha, so that's nice. It's very nice. Oh boy. I can tell you right now, they do not have armor in this game. That's why I kind of liked her in Soul Calibur a lot, like because they had some really good options for armor, especially feminine battle armor in that game, surprisingly. But they do not have those kind of options here. So I just had to draw. I just have to make Cassandra in her most casual clothing, which in this case is basically going to be a tank top, and then probably like her regular bottoms, which I could see her wearing like khakis or khaki color. Suspenders. Yeah, the skirt. Yeah, she would not be caught in the skirt. The overalls are kind of funny though. I could see her wearing either that or even something like this. But this is the pants I go over, so I kind of like it better when they just kind of go down. I think I'm going to make it a little bit lighter. Yeah, like right about there is fine. See, that's just the tone of these. Okay. That's fine. Actually, you know what? Instead of khaki, I think like a yeah, like a camo green color would work pretty well on her too. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I like that better actually. She can still wear boots though. Yeah, at least get something going on with the boots. Make those her signature red. Actually, I don't know if those are too distracting. Those are probably a little bit too distracting. I do like the idea of her having boots though. But I think we might make them like maybe like worker boots. So maybe something more brown. A little bit darker than that, I think. Actually, yeah, deeper and darker brown. That works. I like that. Okay. I mean, she wears her gauntlets, but she doesn't wear gloves. I do like the fingerless gloves options, though. Those are nice. Okay. She's ready to cook. I mean, technically, again, when you think about, again, you have to think about this in the context of the game. And that's something I kind of forget about sometimes when I'm making these characters. I'm trying to create them as they are. But this is if this character was a leader or maker of a cafe. And in that case, I think she fits pretty well. She could wear an apron, which would be kind of cute on her, to be fair. Let me try to get this design off for it first. There you go. We can give her a red apron, dude. There you go. You know, that actually somewhat makes the look come together a lot better. You know? I actually kind of like that. I think it kind of helps complete the look. No, we are not gonna go that far. But it is funny. Okay, so again, in terms of how well it can do, it's not too bad. Again, I got her broad shoulders, which is a great step. I got basically, yeah, like the roundness of, like, the basically kind of like the overall physique of her body. She's not as muscular as I would like her to be, but she does show off the stuff pretty well, at least. Obviously, again, I can't get her into battle armor, which is disappointing. But that's because this is not that type of game, so it doesn't really call for that. But what it does at least help with is it does kind of capture her essence, at least, which is the most important thing. It captures the spirit of Cassandra, which is all I can really do for it. The face is like the main thing too that I wish I could change, or even just something with her personality, you know. Here she comes. What? I don't even know what this pose is, but it is funny. But yeah, it's very cool. I think it works pretty well. It does pretty well for what it needs to for Cassandra, at least. But yeah, I think they did Victoria dirty for a while, but they have Cassandra pretty well. There's again, at least especially with like the facial structure, I wish there's a couple more things I could do with it to kind of really capture her like confident grin and everything like that. But you can only really do so much with the tools the game gives you. All right, we're now going to make Dani. Show. Dani is right here. Fit to screen. All right. Again, because this is an LGBTQ game, we can definitely make some of our characters who are that. So let's get into it. She is pale. She's not super pale, but she is quite pale. This is also where I get to play with makeup, which is always a fun thing. All right. She'll have slightly broader shoulders than most people, but she does have kind of more of a feminine like look to her, so it's not going to be too bad. The chest has got to go down, sadly. I must nerf her. Her waist is... Actually, hold on. Let me take off all the fluff, because she's a skinny girl. Skinny. Her bottom, though... Nah, she's like pretty skinny. She got the waist going on though. Yeah. I don't need to close it in too much, but I do want to have a little bit of curvature to her waist. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Okay. Head. Okay. I also kind of like doing this kind of stuff too, because it kind of gets me more familiar with how the character creators work, and I feel like the more I do it, the more, the better I am gonna get at doing it. Let's give her some sparkle to her eyes. Make them a little bit thinner. We're gonna give her lashes. Actually, no, I think that's gonna be all eyeliner, right? Yeah, I think this is gonna be all eyeliner. Yeah. Yeah, actually, she does have a little bit of a thing at the end, so yeah, there you go. Again, This is the only thing that gets me with the eyes. The only thing that you can change is the pupils on it, the colors of it, and then if it has lashes. You cannot change the eye shape, so every character's eye shape and face structure is going to look very similar to each other. And it's very unfortunate because it's it makes them look a little bit too similar to each other, I feel like, altogether. But I get it. It's not really a big in-depth character creator, so I don't mind it too much. Her bridge is a little bit actually it's kind of like right there. Right, actually a little bit 10, yeah. That's good. She'll have the full not the full lips, but she will have fuller lips going on. We'll make her size a little bit smaller. She actually does have fairly small lips now that I think about it, especially with how I drew her. That's fine. Yeah, like I said, that's the only main unfortunate thing about it. It's everyone's gonna have the same head shape. But at least I can kind of capture their spirit a little bit more, so that's fine. Yeah, no, keep it like that. That's fine. We'll give her a slight amount of blush. It's not going to be overwhelming, but it will be there. There we go. We'll give her some glossy makeup. Ooh. Matte, none. I think glossy is what we want. Yeah. That's pretty nice, actually. Yeah. Okay. I'm into it. The hearts. You can put some decals on them though, which is kind of cute. I do like those little options. You can also put scars on them, which is neat. I think this is eyeshadow, so I definitely want to do a little bit of this. There you go. Kind of make her stand out a little bit more with those eyes. Yeah. Other than that, not much else I think I want to add on her. Yeah, there's not really much else you can really do anyways. Okay. No glasses, no facial hair. Hair is long. She has long hair. Can we get the hair that she has? Whoosh. Let's make it just a little, not fully black, but very close to black. That's kind of actually, yeah. Yeah, I think it's that look, right? Because, yeah, she doesn't really have those bangs, but she does have, like, that kind of look going on. God, I just realized looking at her, too, with that, she is very pale. Let me give her a little bit more color. Nah, she's fine like that. She's fine like that. Okay. Clothing. She's currently wearing Cassandra's outfit, which is kind of funny. She's not wearing a hat. No hat. I mean, she has things on her ears, but she doesn't have the cat ears. That's the only other thing, too, that I wish that they had in this game was jewelry. But again, I get it. It's not too in-depth, so... But it would be nice to see jewelry. I think that would be nice. We can probably get her dress, though, going on. Or at least we can get some semblance of her dress going down. What's outer? Would it be under? No. Not at least, yeah, not at least what we got going on here. Let me take this off. Top. This is nice. Also, again, just to make sure I get the color right, let me get the black going on. I like the keyhole. I mean, I think technically, actually, now I think about it, would it be, yeah, something like this. And I think we just had to make the bottoms with the skirt match, yeah. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's a little bit big. Like, at least at the bottom for what I kind of wanted to do. But it is her dress, so that is cute. I like that I'm at least able to make it, so that's good. Very, very good. No socks. I don't know if they took them off. I don't know if I can. Do we have sandals? We do have sandals. Okay, good. So that is an option. All right. Color, make them black. Okay. She doesn't have gloves. She doesn't have a tail. She doesn't have the outer. Okay, so this is her done then, right? This is Dani. It is. Ah, man. Again, the face is going to be the main thing that bothers me. I think the whole time I'm playing this and the whole time I'm making characters for this, the face I think is going to be the main thing that bothers me because I can't change it. There's not anything on the face I can change. A lot of them are going to look like the same character, just in different looks, which is a little unfortunate, but it's fine. I think overall though, it captures her pretty well. I think even with me putting all the fluff and everything on her down, I think she actually is technically a little bit skinnier and taller than this. But what can you do, you know? I do like the fact that I was able to get her makeup and everything done at least somewhat the right way. I couldn't make it exactly how it looks on her character sheet, but, and of course the jewelry is a little bit unfortunate on how I can execute that. But overall, it does capture her essence at least, which is good enough for me. But it is kind of unfortunate the amount of things I cannot put in. But that's okay. She looks very cute. She looks very nice. Let's see how she runs. Oh, man. Okay. Also, just gonna point that out. It's a little bit of leg clipping in the dresses. A little bit of leg clipping in the dresses, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. Like, it stands fine like that, but the way that they have the fabric and everything move, it does go through her legs. Okay. But yeah, that is Dani. I think overall, it captures her again, but there's a lot of aspects that are missing from her to really make her Dani, or you know, so. But with that said, we're going to move on to the next character, which is Marissa. Oh boy, how well can they make the lolly child? How well can they, you know? Also, as I look at this reference for her, I'm kind of wondering. The screen. if this is the picture I should be using for her. Because I technically have a more updated version of this picture, or of her look. It's just that she's in a different outfit. So I think that's actually why I kept this one, is because this is her in her Black Rose outfit, which is like her main canon outfit. And I do like that. Actually, you know what? I kind of forgot about this. I need to put my drawings underneath me. Where's my camera? There it is. Okay, well, that did not help. There we go. Okay, now move her over a little bit more. I just want to make sure that the character is in full view the whole time. There we go. Because again, technically all the information up here, it's not really too relevant. It's just how well it can kind of make her. So now let's go and do this. Skin tone is fairly the same because a lot of my characters are very pale. Let us make her shoulders are going to be tiny. Her chest is also as tiny. She doesn't really have, fully developed waist. And then her bottom is also going to be, she's going to basically have stats all the way down. All the way down. Head. It'll be interesting to see also what character I decide to stop on, because that's going to be technically the character I play with in this game whenever I start it up again. So that'll be fun. Alright, no wait. I don't know, I still like the idea of her having red eyes just because they are very striking and it kind of comes in line with her fire powers. I just don't remember if I kept them that way. I know I talked about this the last time I made her on the series, but I don't remember if I kept it. So let me just check. By the way, the background music for this game, very chill, very nice. I love it. Marissa. She should be all the way down here somewhere. She should have not been that far down though. There she is. No, I still have her appearance as Red Eyes, so. Yeah, I never really thought to change it. I think even, hold on, I'm gonna look this up real quickly in the background too. But I'm pretty sure, I'm not gonna pull up anything if I do this right. Okay, good, no. Deviant art. No, that is not how you spell deviant art. There's my DA page. I did a drawing of her a little bit more in the back where she was for Christmas. I remember drawing that. And yeah, she did have the red eyes in that too. Okay. I wanted to make sure that was the case because I couldn't remember if I changed it after the fact. I think the thing with it is I think I just keep trying to gaslight myself into thinking that I changed her design and I never did. So I'm just in this constant state of just like, did I do it? Was I supposed to? I don't know, dude. All right, I like the little hearts for her. I think that's very cute. We can leave those lines like that, actually. She will have her lashes, or she'll have small lashes, yeah. Her nose and mouth. The bridge, that's fine. That's actually fine as it is. I'll make it small, yeah. I'm not really gonna give it too much detail, yeah. Small, make the chin. Yeah, make the chin go in a little bit more, actually. I'll change it at least a little bit. Okay. I'm okay with the eyeliner as it is. Actually, I think right there is good. We can keep the blush in her too. I think the blush is actually really cute. The only thing I want to change is the lipstick, because she does not. She does not. She does not lipstick. Although she could, but she does not. I also don't think that she has. Yeah, she doesn't really have. She could actually do her makeup like that too, but I'm thinking mostly just she's gonna have just the regular little touches to her eyeliner. Again, hold on. Gonna make sure that that's the case also with her recent drawing. Yeah, no, I didn't really do anything different with that either. So I like that she stays. Although the funny thing too about her her DA drawing for Merry Christmas. By the way, just because I keep showing that, I keep showing you, or I keep having this on screen, but I don't actually have it on screen. Let me try to find it real quickly for you guys. That way I'm not just like constantly talking about something that you guys aren't seeing. Marissa Xmas. Character drawings. Actually, would it be under character drawings? No. Yes, right. I think it would be under for fun, technically. Yep, there she is. Okay, this is what I'm talking about right here. So it's this drawing right here. This is the drawing that basically that I'm kind of using as reference for some of my stuff here. I'll keep it here now too, since I have it here. But yeah, I drew this back in 2023, so it's been about a couple 2 years at least. Almost 2 years. This is technically the most recent version of her that I've drawn, so that's why I kind of like to use that as reference sometimes when I need to. It's just her in a Christmas outfit though instead. But yeah, again, you can kind of tell, that there's not really too much of a difference between the two. It's just one has a black rose outfit and is more rough, and then one's not. So that's fine though. Okay. See again, technically no major accessories on her. She does not wear glasses. She does not have facial hair. I like the facial hair options though. It's very interesting. Okay, and she has updos. Let's see how well it can actually do her updo. Let's see. That, right. Right about there, I think, is her hair color. Ooh. Well, they have some twin tails, but they don't have, you know, the twin tails. I would say... Oh, man. Yeah, no, this is the closest thing. And it is definitely not like her style. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, we'll see what we can do with it at least, though. Very interesting, though. That is going to heavily bother me. She does have a top hat. It's not that big, though. It's definitely not that big. It's fine. It's a little bit too big for me to... Again, I can't do it like how I do in the other games where I can actually make it smaller and put it on on a tilt. I like when I can do that, and it makes the character customization very nice. Top. Actually, I think maybe that's going to be the character we end on now. Think about it, because I'm thinking about all the characters I have. I think Zoey is definitely the one I want to end it on, because Zoey is very much like the type of character that would fit very well in this game, and it would give me the option to mess with the cat settings. Again, the dress is basically going to be the same, because they only have these versions, these outfits for it. Well, actually, there you go. I can technically make it... they don't have anything in between. They don't have anything in between, sadly. Well, actually... no, they don't have anything in between, sadly. It's going to have to be a little bit smaller then, because I'd rather have it show off the legs a bit more. Actually, I don't know. No, it doesn't matter. This is actually better. It's better if it goes like right below her knees, but this is also fine. And again, because it's already black because we did Dani, so I don't have to change the colors or anything on it. Shoes, she got pumps. I can do that pretty well, at least. I can't put the pedals on it, though. Yeah. Sadly, that's still a thing. Okay. And then she does have gloves. She do have gloves, though. Man, they have like perfectly right in between the size that I need for her, because she doesn't have like gloves that go past her elbows, but they don't exactly go that far. But it's close enough. This is close enough to what I want for her. Yeah, that's close enough. That's Marissa. Oh man, that's super unfortunate, dude. She's missing so much. Like, she's missing the gothic dress. She's missing all of the rose pins that make her her black rose outfit so good. They don't have the twin tails. Oh man. Also, again, I can't get her down to tiny size, but that's fine. I don't really mind that too much, because I know that some games they have to be a certain size for their things to work. In this case, this would basically be just like a more older version of her. I shouldn't say that. This is an older looking version of herself because of her condition. Man. I'm gonna have the cops called on me. I kid. It's fine. She is a lolly, so it is what it is. But yeah, no, it's actually very unfortunate how much we can't do with her. It's gonna dock some points for that, sadly. Let's see her run now. I love this run, dude. Now think about it. This is technically, I think, the pose I should have them in, because it's the one where they don't really move around or look around as much. There you go. That's her pose right there. They capture her personality, at least with that. That's pretty funny. Like that. But yeah, that's the most we can do with Marissa. It's very unfortunate, but it's fine. I like what they were able to do, at least, or what they were able to lock down. All right, let's hide her for the moment. What else do we got? This is also, by the way, too, because it's funny, ironically enough, the game not having as much character customization options makes it so I can actually do more characters with it. Because normally I'm not actually able to make all of these characters in one run. But here we are, making them in one playthrough. Okay, I think Seph's gonna be the next one I try to do. Just to kind of see how well we can do that. I know I can do Jessica pretty well too. I kind of do want to make Jessica too. Let's make Seph first, and then we can do Jessica. I don't think it's gonna take too long, anyways. Okay. Seph. Where is Seph? He's over here. Yeah, that's basically that's the most updated version of Seph we have, so that is the one we're sticking with. Just going to unlock this so I can move it and change the size. And then blow you up. There you are. Okay, that is Seph. Let's see what we can do with it. All right. So, oh, hold on. Actually, I'm gonna move him over just a little bit more. I love how happy he looks. Look how happy he looks, dude. Okay. So Seph is a demon. And again, funny enough, with the skin color options, I can actually give them purple skin. Woo, whoa. You can give them very purple skin. They don't have that purple of skin though. It's kind of more around right here actually is the perfect skin tone. All right. And then the shoulders are a little bit bigger because they're a little bit more broader. No chest, at least for this form. At least for this form. Waist also like that. Bottom is fine like that. No fluff is fine. Head. Okay. Also, funny enough, because his eyes are closed, I don't technically know what color his eyes are. Didn't think about that, now did you, Corey? Seph Draco. Okay. He has red eyes. Of course he does. So actually, technically, they're perfect. Do I want to continue making them red? Because again, the whole thing I thought about with red eyes is like, they technically are things that I was for a specific type of legacy of people that I made. He wasn't even part of it. This is actually red. They were actually red canonically, I think, before I made them. So yeah, that's fine. They can stay like that. Put the lashes down. Bridge of the nose. It's fine. Yeah, this is fine. It's fine. Size of the mouth is it's fine like that. Chin, I do want to make it a little bit more pronounced though. There you go. Yeah, putting that much is fine on them. No blush. No makeup. No blemishes of any sort. Glasses, none. Facial hair, none. Hair. They have long hair. Long hair, long black hair. The color. It's kind of like that. Actually, it's more like that because they do have the kind of sideswept thing to it. So yeah. Huh. I wonder who else this looks like. I wonder who else this could look like. I'm just making Dani again, dude. Oh man. That's fine. That's all good. Man, it just, again, with the face and everything too, it does not. It barely registers as Seph to me. We do not have the horns. We do not have the horns, which is sad, but it's fine. I can technically make him something else. Here we go. We got the horn. We just have to make them a deer person instead. You know, because of that, we actually might have to do that too. That's the funny thing about that is we unironically might have to do it that kind of thing with it. Why does it have to like all be the color? I guess if I do that, I may as well make them like that crystal teal color, right? There you go, dude. Yeah. Perfect, actually. Or I can make them... Oh, I see. So you can have one with that or one with... Oh. No, I'll actually do it like that. That's fine. There has a suit. And guess what we don't have? A suit. So again, we just gotta work with what we got. Well, actually, technically... Let me try something here. There's no, like, collared shirt, really. There's no good collared shirt, at least. Because the main thing I was thinking about with the outer is I think that they have technically a little jacket thingy. Or a little over jacket that you can wear. That is as close as you could probably get. It's going to be open. Can't be closed because all those have a hood. But you can make that black. It's the closest thing you're probably going to get to a suit jacket. And again, the thing I had to think about too, with especially making outfits, is again I had to put this into the shoes of Seph. Seph is now a demon who has come into this world to be a cat cafe person. What would they wear on a regular basis? I'm kind of okay with the idea of them just being, yeah, like in, or actually maybe that's the thing too. Instead of in the outer of this, we can just make it the apron. I'm okay with the apron idea. The bottoms I need to change because the skirt's distracting me. Black pants. Black pants are fine. Or do I want to make it all black? Do I just want to go the all black route? I think we can do that, actually. That's fine. Well, actually, no, that's the only thing is I kind of like it when it's white because it makes the black apron stand out. So there's that. There's that whole idea. No gloves. Actually, technically it is supposed to have gloves. I don't know why. That must be a thing in the original picture I forgot about. They do have the white gloves though. And again, just to kind of complete the look, they are an antler. Or they are a deer. They are a deer person. This is now canon. This is now a canon thing. Okay. You know what? Funny enough how that works. I'm okay with the socks. Kind of keep them ankle high. Shoes, we're gonna put them in. Not these kind. I'm okay with that. Okay. So yeah, that is Seph. I think it kind of, again, it captures Seph's look and like personality pretty well. It at least kind of or his essence at least pretty well. The whole thing about Seph is he's a demon butler. So that's why he's usually all dressed up and very nicely and everything. But it works out. I was able to get the right hair. I couldn't get the right suit, but again, because I was working with the confines of the game, I just made a cat cafe outfit, so I think that's fine. You could definitely make that work with her, so that's all good. Or him. They're technically a they. Technically a they, because shapeshifter, you know. They can go either way. And they go either way. But yeah, everything else on them is fine. I got the red eyes. I got basically everything else that I wanted to get put on them. They're a little bit thicker than I would like them to be, because they're usually like a little bit taller, thinner individual. But overall, again, it captures their aesthetic a lot. I was able to get the horn somehow, funnily enough. I couldn't make him a demon, so instead I made them a doe. So that's what we had to do. But yeah, not too bad at least. Freaking love the runs, dude. This is how he runs. Okay. But yeah, that is Seph. Okay. I think it's fine. Overall, so far at least, this game is not ranking very highly in terms of character customization. It is not as in depth as I would like it to be. It does serve its purpose basically. You can make some interesting characters in it, but not really like too big of them at least. All right, I think next on the list, because these usually only take like 10 to 20 minutes at a time. I do want to make Jessica next. Everyone else is kind of like, I know for sure, again, just thinking about the confines of, because I like to try to make fantasy characters in some of these games too. I can't make Shark Girl, Tanya. I can't make Dragon Guy, Draco. I could make Kairi, technically. She just won't have the fairy wings. So what we could do, at least for the last three characters, because I kind of thinking about it, I kind of want to do... Oh, Maggie would be a good option, too. Then again, I don't know how well I could do Maggie. I was thinking Maggie because she's like a store owner. But I think at least... We'll see where we're at time. I think the next two characters I want to make, though, is I want to make Jessica, and I want to try to make Kairi. So, let's make Jessica next. Hide you, Seph. Hide. And then... Wait a minute. Ah, yes. That's right. Jessica is in the same picture. Okay. So, I just had to find her first. Hold on. I believe she was all the way at the other end. So she's somewhere over... There she is. There she is. Yeah, I can put you right there. That's fine. Okay. Let's make Jessica, everyone. Everyone's favorite. Everyone's favorite. She's at least one of my favorite characters. Look, any chance I get to make Jessica, I'm happy. She does have a slightly deeper skin tone than most of the characters. She's not like too deep though. But she does go out more than the other characters, so she does get a little bit more of a skin color to her. I think this is actually perfect for her. Put those down. Put those up. And yeah, it's actually about her chin and chest height is the full amount, which is funny enough. Yeah, shrink her waist in a little bit. I'm not gonna give her too big of a bottom because she is still a very fit and athletic girl, but she does have a little bit. She's got a little bit going on. What? No, she's gonna be thin. Okay. That's gonna bother me. Okay, let me take care of it. Let me take those off first. All right, eyes. I at least know her eye color. Her eye color is yellow. Holy crap. She's got them bright yellow eyes, dude. Yeah, she got the sparkles in them too. Man, I love Jessica, dude. She's so cool. Yeah, the mouth is fine. We'll give Yara that much. That's fine. Size can go down a bit. Chin can go right about there. That's fine. Makeup. Right there. That's fine. Give her blush. She doesn't really need it. She actually doesn't wear a lot of makeup usually, now that I think about it. Not a lot of them can make use of the accessory, sadly. That's fine. No glasses, no facial hair. Hello, cat. She has pink hair. This is the most fun part about her. Her bright pink hair. Yeah. Updo. Ponytail. It's not as big as it could be, but it's okay. Man. Is it? Kind of. Actually, you know, it is kind of more like that. Just kind of imagine that this sticks forward on her more than than it does here. But that's basically right about there. Can't make the star on her thing, which is sad, but that's fine. Clothing, hat. I do at least like the fact that the hat does not matter on whatever head you put it on. It can just work with whatever. Ears. No, don't need ears. Okay. Just for the hell of it, I'm just gonna give her her regular black top outfit. This is usually what she wears. There you go. And then her bottoms, she's gonna have the shorts, and they're gonna be that blue color. Cool. Awesome. Socks are gonna go up to there. They're white. Shoes, sneakers. Design. The star. I need stars. Stars. Design color. Make them pink. Save. Can I see them? Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Do I want them to be these stars, or do I? Nah, I actually like them better as when they're the outlines. There you go. Look at that. I like that actually. Very nice. Okay. No gloves. Can't put the buy bracelets on her, sadly. We can give her a hoodie, which is kind of fun. But this is generally what she looks like. That's really all I need to do about it too. Again, it's so funny how quickly I can actually make them in this game. It's kind of crazy, actually. Okay. So yeah. Again, in terms of how accurate it is to her actual look, I think she is just a little bit thinner than this. But this is the most that this character creator can make me go for it, so that's fine. I like I like the fact that I can make her shoes that same color though. That's really great. The ponytail could be a little bit longer, and I could have some ponytail accessories to put on it, but it is a-okay. Overall, it captures her pretty well though. Like, I get her pink little ponytail. She looks very cute. She looks very cute like this. And also with the eyeshadow, or at least with the eyeliner and everything I put on her, it definitely kind of gives her almost a cat eye look to it. But it's just what we could work with the base things in the game, because not a lot of them can make anything different. Man. Okay. But yeah, that's Jessica. Let's go, Jessica. Yeah, we still got some time before we end the stream. Let's do Kairi. And you know what? Just because, yeah, I think I'm getting tired, to be fair. And I do want to get a decent amount of sleep tonight for stuff, so I think after we do Kairi, we'll do Zoey, and then we'll end it for the night. I don't want to remove this. Please just hide it for me. Thank you. Okay. Where is Kairi? Kairi. Okay. Let me just take all this out. Don't need that. Bless me. Excuse me. Fit to screen. Put you right there. Right there. Okay. Let's make Kairi, because I like Kairi. She's a cool character. And we'll see how well or accurately can make her. But I'm not looking for a whole lot with it. Make her skin tone just a little bit lighter. If I can move my freaking thing. There you go. Shoulders are fine. Chest could be a little bit smaller. She does not have that big a breast. Her waist is fine right there. Her bottom, she does actually have a little bit of a booty going on. Just a little bit. She got a little bit of a booty going on. All right, eyes. Give her those light blue eyes. Those are fine. I'll take the other one, actually. Yeah, that's fine. I'll do it like that. Nose is okay. I'm just going to make the bridge a little bit smaller and the width a little bit down, I guess. Everything else is fine. It's whatever, really, dude. Not much else you can really change with it. Accessories. She doesn't really have any of this. Yeah, no. Glasses. She do have glasses, though. They are thinner than most. They're the narrow kind. They are also golden, which I love that about her. I don't know. That's like one of the few things about her character design I love so much. I just love her golden glasses. I think they're so cute. No facial hair. Get that light blue for her color on her hair. A little bit more towards this side. Actually, that's perfect. She has short hair. Maybe medium, technically. No, there's... Yeah, no, it's actually more short. Again, this is kind of close. It's the closest I think I'm ever going to get. Yeah, I think that's the closest I'm going to get to getting her hairstyle. It's not exactly correct, but it's not exactly wrong either. All right, let's get her her outfit going. So Kairi has turned from a small little fairy into a cat cafe owner. What does she wear? Oh boy. Ears. Cannot give her wings, sadly, so yeah, she'll just have to stick with what she got. I'm curious to see if I can give her a lab coat. I don't think I can. Which again, if that's the case, I don't mind not giving her the lab coat. As long as I can give her like an apron, yeah. Because again, this is the closest I can get to a jacket on her, is this one here. Actually, this might be fine. Because what else I'm thinking about with her is I want to do... Yeah, this one. With that light blue color. We don't exactly have a skirt like that, but we can get it fairly close to what it's supposed to look like. Because again, it's either going to look like that or it's going to look like this. Which I think it actually looks cuter like this. Okay. No socks. Shoes. Pumps. White. She does not wear gloves. Which is fine. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's Kairi. It's basically the best I can get her. Again, like I said, can only really do so much with this game, but it captures her essence at least. It's not exactly where I would like her to be, but it at least gets fairly close to what it's supposed to be, I think. Okay. Alright. You know, I've been streaming a lot today. I should get to bed soon. I'm gonna get one more done. I'm gonna make Zoey, and then I think we'll call it there. You can probably also tell as I'm going through this that I am pretty tired. Again, the skirts just sometimes... Oh, this one works better. The other one, you can definitely see the clipping through it. But this one's fine. At least it made the miniskirt work. Which is fine, because I think, if I remember, Zoey might have that. Where's my cat girl? Where is she, actually? Did I not put her in here yet? There's no way, right? There's no way. There's no way. Bruh. Hold on. Give me a moment. Apparently, I have not done Zoey on Made to Play yet. That's interesting. I thought for sure I did. Okay. Add new source. Zoey. But no, we have, especially for this thing, for Calico, the cat game, we have to make the cat girl, dude. They have things to make a cat girl in this game. I'm going to make a cat girl. Character drawings finished. I think she's right in here somewhere. Yeah, there's her little reference. I need to make a full drawing of her. She deserves it, dude. Oh, hold on. My thing isn't responding. There you go. There she is, dude. Alright. So yeah, that's Zoey. Hold on. I need to put her down here first. And then I need to... Alright, that's what we got to work with. Let's see how well we can make our favorite cat girl. This is actually someone I've kind of been meaning to do for the things too, because there is some character creators I noticed that have a thing where you can make the dual color eyes, like one eye is one color, one eye is the other. I don't think this game has it, which again, if that's the case, I'm gonna have to dock it points. We'll see about that. Zoey does not have much of a chest, but she still has a little bit of one. Oh shit. Her waist. She does actually have she has a pretty thin figure. Because that's kind of the whole thing about her when I was first making her, is I wanted her to be a little bit more thinner, a little bit more agile. So I kind of thought about that when I was going through it. Head. Yeah, actually, no, she's going to have slightly deeper skin tone than most characters. Yeah, I don't see it. I can make this, the eyes thing, a different color. The pupil, I mean. I can give her cat eyes too. So I'll give it points for the fact that I can give her cat eyes, because that is what I want. What else? The other thing I want, though, is I want her to have 2 different color sets of eyes, but I can't have that. So here's where we ask, do we want it to be green or do we want it to be blue? Because both of them work. I think the green makes it stand out better. So I think I'm gonna keep it green. The sparkle, dude. It's so good. Okay. Yeah, I think having it like that is good. The bridge and nose of her mouth. Let's make it small, I guess. That's fine. Yeah. And this is actually something where I think we can have a little bit of fun with the accessories, because I'm pretty sure, at least I'm pretty sure they should have some type of whiskers on here, right? They gotta. You can give them the splotches though. That's interesting. Make them a little bit older. The patchiness. Bruh, hold on. Did they not? There's no way, dude, right? There's no way with them making... Okay, they're getting docked points again. Because how in the hell are you going to give me all these options to give them, like, the cat eyes and the cat ears and the cat tail, but not give them the whiskers, dude? Like, what the fuck? What you think this is? No cat whiskers in my cat girl game? Flabbergasted, dude. Absolutely flabbergasted. Okay. We're gonna make her hair black. And let's see if we can find this short style to her. It's close. It's probably honestly gonna be the closest thing we get is this one right here. Yeah, that's gonna be the closest we get is that one. Okay. She does not have a hat, but she do have ears. Cat ears, yay. Make them black. She does have a crop top, which thankfully that is something that they do have in this game. Actually, I don't know. I kind of like it more shoulderless now that I think about it. I might have to think about that in her original design, because that's kind of what I was thinking of. I kind of like the shoulderless design on her more. And of course, I think this is kind of cute too, right here. Yeah, I think I like the shoulderless design a little bit more. She is kind of also very much one of those types of girls who wears basically as little clothing as she can get away with. Because she likes having most of her body out there to be seen. So this works. This definitely works. Okay. No socks. In fact, no shoes. But she does give service. Oh man. No gloves. She do have a tail. Whoop. There it is. Make it black. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Dare I give her the apron? But it covers up. Dare I give her the apron? Yo, honestly? Nah, I think this is better. Also, I forgot about the fact that I still have her glasses on. Oops. Bonk. She still has Kairi's glasses on. But yeah, that's Zoey. Oh man. I couldn't give her little bell or her choker. That would have been so cute to give her. But yeah, no, that's what she looks like. That's her, all right. Oh man, I don't know, dude. It looks so much different than what I imagined her to be. Like me when I was, making her. It's mostly just due to the face shape. Like that's the one thing I'm going to complain about with Calico here, is all of the face shapes kind of look the same. It would be nice if they did have some different face shapes for things, just to kind of make some difference with it. But I kind of get it. They're all kind of part of the same style. But that's definitely a main gripe. Also, I think it's entirely unforgivable that they do not have cat whiskers as a accessory for the face, or even like as a marking for the face, because you have everything else to make them a cat. Why not the whiskers? Why not, dude? It's like the one thing that's missing to make Zoey truly the cat girl that she deserves to be. But everything else I was able to do pretty well on her. This game does have some good customization, and unironically though, it has some good parts, but it's also very lacking in other areas. You don't really, you kind of just have to look at the picture of this is what your character would look like if they were running a cat cafe in this fantasy cat world. But yeah, it's not too bad though. I still like what I have going on for it. I think overall on the character skill, this is probably definitely gonna rank lower than the other games I've played so far. I think even definitely like, well, technically even the Me creator, you can do a little bit more stuff with like the face and stuff, so I have to give her credit for that. But this does kind of get the job done in terms of character creators. This probably will technically be one of the lowest ranked ones I have though, because I liked all the rest of them I do, and I like what they do for the game. This one is just kind of just like it's a character. It feels like a character creator that kind of gets the job done, which I think is kind of what they really wanted at the end of the day, to be fair, for this kind of game. This game is very weird. But it works for what it is though. I liked using Zooka for most of the campaign because I was able to get her to look kind of exactly how I wanted, or how I thought she would. I'm curious to see how Zoey traverses a little bit differently. Actually, let's test it out. I'm curious about this because now I made her. Save and exit. There we go. There's my cat girl, dude. There's all my cats. Meow. Put him on my head. Okay. Fine. How do I get my thing again? It was down? No. I forgot how to do things in this game. Wait, maybe inventory? There we go, broom. Boom. Mount. Yeah. Wee. By the way, because I never really got the chance to show off this game before, I'm gonna quickly go off to my cafe, and I'm just gonna kind of show you guys what's going on with it. I didn't really get to decorate it a whole lot, but I did do some things with it. Where even is my cafe, dude? I am facing the wrong way. Is this where I... No, this is not where I need to be. Where the heck even am I, dude? Oh. Wait, no, this is where my cafe is. Yeah, it's right down here. Right. Alright, so welcome to my cafe. I decorated with galaxy cats because I thought that was cool. Uh, I have my regular indoor furniture setting. I have a couple of tables set inside as well too. A couple of cool areas for the cats. I don't think I've done a whole lot upstairs. I have 3 beds, in case other people want to sleep in, I guess. But yeah, I got all these going on out here. I have a bunch of tables and things laid out on the side here, so people can come in, sit down, grab a bite. There's more I could do with like this area out here probably, but I I forgot about her running, dude. But yeah, it's going pretty good. I basically kind of have done everything I really want to do in this game, so I can't imagine I would play it a whole lot more often. But I did like what I was doing with it so far. Here, let me get you off of my head. All right, be free. Okay, but yeah, this game's very weird, very funny, very cute and cozy. So if you ever want to try out a game about managing a cat cafe and going around doing some random little quests for people, go, this is the game. This is the game. Also, I forgot that I had her on screen the entire time. That's fine. I think you're basically kind of able to see the gist of what I was trying to show off. That's funny. Okay. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for today, guys. That is Calico, character creator. Like I said, I think overall on like the regular tier list that I would make for this kind of thing, this is gonna kind of score a little bit lower than the other games. I would say it's between B and C kind of for me in those terms, where it's just like, you know, again, it's a character creator that gets a job done. It lets you kind of create your character how you need it to. It's got some very basic options. It doesn't have a whole lot after that fact. To really like, it's not as in depth as character creator as some other games I've played at are, but it's good for what it does at least. So I can't say it's like a bad character creator. I can only just say that it does what it needs to. Basically, that's kind of I remember that was like I think I did for my last tier list that's a tier it kind of sits on. It does what it needs to. But yeah, so that's gonna be doing it for today, guys. Hopefully we can do another made to play sometime next week if I can help it. I don't know what game I want to do for it next. I have ideas though. I think the main idea that I had was I was thinking about The Sims. Sims could be a cool one to do. I think doing Sonic Forces would be funny because they had the character creator for that too. The only thing is I don't remember if I have all the things for it yet, and I kind of think I need to unlock a lot of things to get a lot of things for it. So I might wait on that until I complete more of the game. Saints Row could be a funny one to do too. Neo 2 also apparently has a good character creator. Maybe even Elden Ring. Actually, Baldur's Gate would be a good one to do too. I think Baldur's Gate could be a cool one to try to touch upon at some point in the future. Especially if I can, I'll have to look into it, because if there's a way for me to like save my designs, so that way I can actually use them for future campaigns, because I do want to eventually do that. I want to use a couple of the people in that for those characters, for those campaigns. But I think that would be fun. I also have to make sure that because I know that there's a way to see nudity with the Baldur's Gate one. I'll have to make sure that there's a way to censor that or make it so it doesn't show up, because that is something that I am concerned about as a streamer. But I'll look into that. It's either going to be Baldur's Gate or it's going to be probably one of the other games that are in my thing. Maybe even Splatoon 3, honestly. But again, the only thing about Splatoon 3 is I'd rather wait until I get more outfits, because I don't have all the outfits in the game yet. And you have to buy them. Terraria could be an interesting one to do too. Same with Stardew Valley. At least with base character creation, you know? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll let you guys know what I think of in the future. I'm kind of leaning toward Baldur's Gate though. I just have to research a little bit into it. But yeah, that's going to be doing it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you like the series, please like it and subscribe and follow if you see more of this in the future. Again, I don't know how interesting testing out games character creators is, but this is a series that I have always wanted to do. So I wanted to kind of try out different things and see how well they can actually make these characters in the games that I play every now and then. But yeah, all right. I will be seeing you guys hopefully in the next stream. Tomorrow we're doing more Neptunia, if you are curious about that. We might not have a whole lot of time to do it that night, but we'll get what we can done. All right. Have a good night, and I will see you guys next one. But bye now.